everybody, I'm Spark Soda, and we have Niwakai, Talents, and John Leech here. Everyone say hi.
Hello.
Hello.
And today we're going to be deciding if some people are the asshole or not. So let's get right into it.
The ear thing is lagging so hard right now, by the way.
Oh.
We're going to
Oh.
get through it.
Where are my frames? Where are my frames?
Your frames are the asshole. And we
V,
need
what
to
the
delete
fuck
them
are you
behind.
doing?
Why? No. Okay.
It's okay. We live and we learn. Number one, am I the asshole for insisting an artist either draws something they're uncomfortable with or gives me my money back? Initial impressions.
Already the asshole.
What the fuck? Okay.
If the I mean sort of the asshole.
Sort of. Okay, let's
I feel
see.
like the artist should give the money back. Already.
True. I think in my experience, if I know that I'm not comfortable with something, I would probably refund them. So let's see. So for context, I'm a small streamer, voice only, and recently got the money to get a VTuber model made so I can have a face to my voice. I ordered a full body model. I based my model mostly off myself. I sent them a reference picture, which was an anime style drawing of how I want it to look. And, well, to be blunt, I'm rather curvy. I've always had a rather large bust and butt with small waist, so my character also had that. She's fully covered, nothing vulgar, not even any cleavage shot. Things were mostly going good with the artist, the model looked mostly great, but despite me specifying the body type multiple times in each revision, they always had my model rather thin, which not much curves. Very small breasts and hardly no visible waist or hips. Well, I finally edited the actual picture they sent me of my model to show what I meant, enhancing the breasts and hips to be, well, on the larger side. When they saw that, they said they weren't comfortable drawing something that erotic, that they had specified that they didn't do NSFW stuff on their page.
I'm
but
sorry,
it
erotic?
wasn't. Yeah,
Yeah,
what
how
the hell
is
This-
that erotic?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that's just projection right there.
People can't be comfortable with women.
God
But
forbid.
it wasn't NSFW. It was fully clothed, no cleavage, not even the type of insane anime type breasts you see sometimes, just an obviously curvy body. Now, I know they were not from the US, so it might be a cultural thing, but I'm not sure. But we've been working on this for weeks, and from the start, I specified very large breasts with hip and butt, with small waist, with not a small waist, so it's not a surprise. I finally told them if they didn't want to make it the way it was meant to be, my body type, then to give me my money back and I'd find someone else who didn't have a problem with it. This started an argument because they said they've already put so much work into it and it wouldn't be fair for them to not get paid for it. And it wasn't fair for them to have to do something that makes them uncomfortable. I strongly disagreed and insisted they choose one or the other. Now they said they have to think about what to do, but are very upset. I talked to a friend and she said it might be something against their culture or religion and I should just drop it. And I would be an asshole if I didn't. But I feel weird having this itty bitty tiny girl representing me when I'm curvy or nowhere near that. Am I the asshole?
No.
No.
Absolutely not. That is giving like the same energy as same energy as like a lady who gets like assaulted and then the police officer says, well, what was she wearing? Like same sort of vibe, you know?
Yeah.
I understand
100%.
not being comfortable with like drawing it, and understand putting in the work, but like they're paying you, the artist, to do what they want. You either need to like shuffle yourself to fix it or just give them their money back, like genuine.
Okay, so,
Especially
like-
since it's been oops, sorry.
Sorry, you can go first.
Especially since it's been communicated since the beginning. If I get a commission that I know I don't want to draw or I'm not confident working on, I just say, I'm sorry, I can't draw this, and I move on with my day.
Okay, for me personally, hot take, but I agree that like obviously not the asshole, but they did have a while to like bring it up when like they originally had like a thin body art. If it was like immediately
It says
afterwards where they said, oh,
It said they did.
It
Yeah,
said
they
that they did. They asked their artist multiple times to change it, but they did not change it until they physically
okay, never mind,
edited
never
their art.
mind. Sorry, I came here a bit late because I was eating.
No wars. But yeah, they said that they asked from the beginning and then consistently told them that they were not comfortable with how they were drawing it.
Wait, how far along were they? Cause like
Mostly done.
It doesn't say. It says mostly done, which is
They say
definitely
there's
like
several parts though that they tried. Like every time they saw an update, they mentioned it.
true. I feel
Okay, I
like
feel
it is on the commission, like the person who's commissioning it, to understand when to cut it off early. To be like, hey, I
Yeah,
don't think you're the
exactly,
right artist for me.
Exactly. Like I feel like they should have definitely noticed the red flags where the
Mm-hmm.
person was like like, you know, trying to not. But
Yeah.
it's also like the artist should have just said at the beginning because they made it extremely clear that like, hey, I wanted a like curvy model. It should have been like, I'm not comfortable with that. Find another artist instead of wasting both of their time because both of them
Right.
obviously feel like the other, like they're in the right here. It's like,
I have an opinion on that. So the primary, if not only reason why the artist ended up denying it was because they were like, oh, this is a large curvy model with a large bust size, relatively small waist, and they're like, oh yeah, that's just NSFW territory proportions. I feel like you're just projecting your interpretation of women in general if you just do that sort of thing. And B, even if that wasn't the case, there are women out there who just naturally have those proportions. Like, proportions vary between person to person. Statistically, someone is going to roll those proportions.
Right. I feel like it inherently treats women's bodies as something that they can like choose, you know? Like, you can't choose what you look like, you can't choose how you build. And I'm happy that this person is like confident in who they are. They're like, I want to be represented in my VTuber model. And so it's definitely so frustrating to have someone not, because it's like almost like not supporting them as a person.
Yeah.
On a fundamental, you know?
It's like another version of just don't be short, forehead.
Yeah.
Just don't be short. Simple as that. Just don't be short.
Just drink some milk, bro.
I didn't realize, like, I just was not speaking because, like, I did not have anything to add this entire time.
Wow.
That's okay. We have a bunch more stories to go over. So I think we're all in agreement.
Yeah.
Okay, next story. Am I the asshole for calling an HVAC tech instead of letting my girlfriend, quotation marks, repair it?
Oh god. Immediately not the asshole, because, like, unless the girlfriend's a fucking HVAC tech, you get that shit professionally done, because trying to do it yourself's a pain in the ass.
Okay, question. What is an HVAC?
AC.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
basically.
okay. Yeah, you probably want that professionally done. AC, like, I don't know much about air conditioners, but what I do know is that I'm pretty sure they can explode in some capacity.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure if you mishandle it, it will probably explode.
Okay, well let's see. I, 29 male, am a musician. My girlfriend, 28F, is a software engineer. She studied electrical engineering before switching into software, and ever since then, she kind of thinks that she knows everything about anything remotely technical. We've been having issues with the mini split heat pump system in the house she owns. It stopped heating properly, and I was throwing error codes. She immediately wanted to open the unit herself and, quotation marks, take a look inside. I wasn't comfortable with that because HVAC systems deal with high voltage and refrigerant, and if something goes wrong, you're looking at a huge repair bill. So I called a professional HVAC tech, friend of a friend, to come check it out. When the tech came, he took the unit apart, poked around for a bit, and said the issue was probably a refrigerant leak somewhere in the system, and that the control board was acting up because of it. He also said that the unit is old and no longer supported by the manufacturer, so replacement parts aren't really available, and that we should just plan to replace the whole system eventually. He did not do any pressure tests or anything, just a visual inspection and some quick checks, and left it at that. After he left, my girlfriend insisted he leave the control board exposed and not close the unit completely because she wanted to inspect it herself. She went online, found pirated service manuals and board schematics, and started testing the board with a multimeter. She claimed the tech's leak theory made no sense because if the refrigerant was actually leaking, replacing an electrical component would not magically make the system heat again. She ended up identifying a failed electrolytic capacitor on the control board and ordered a replacement one. When it had arrived, she soldered it herself. The system turned back on and is now heating like normal. Now, she's acting like this proves that the HVAC guy was completely wrong and that I was wrong for calling him in the first place. She's also insisting that I pay the HVAC visit since he misdiagnosed it, even though she owns the house and still benefited from having someone come out and take a look. I am still uneasy about it. Just because it works now does not mean it is actually effective for the long term. To me, this feels like forcing a failing system to limp along instead of addressing a real issue. She is not an HVAC tech or a licensed electrician. She works on computers all day. She is also very girly and normally super careful about her appearance, like she freaks out about breaking a nail or ruining her manicure, which makes it even harder for me to take her seriously when she is suddenly elbow deep in wiring and soldering irons. Now, she is mad at me for not trusting her competence and says that I do not respect her technical background. I feel like I'm just being cautious about safety and reliability. Thoughts?
Asshole.
Okay,
Oh my
so
God.
first thought, computer tech, that's just like IT. I don't think being able to do IT stuff, because I don't know much about like ACs, but I know that there's some like, but as you previously said, there's like a bunch of high voltage stuff.
It says that she studied electrical engineering before switching into software.
Yes, but if you study electrical engineering, that does not equal being an electrician, nor does it equal being able to work with HVAC systems, regardless of what they are. Honestly, I would say no one's the asshole here, though the girlfriend definitely is an idiot.
I would say that both are the asshole in their own way, but I think the guy is more of an asshole.
I feel like the guy is more the asshole.
So, some people... Yeah, sorry. So, sometimes a homebrew solution is the best solution. Like, for instance, my dad has been working on improving the electrical work in the house, and he's been saving us a bunch of money. And, you know, you can trust him because he has an electrical engineering background. He's been doing a bunch of stuff, and he's been doing stuff for the price tag of like $200, when hiring someone to do it for you would have cost like $2,000, you know? Like he knows his stuff. Sometimes doing stuff in a homebrew fashion is just the objectively better option. With an air conditioner, like you said they just knew, like you said, they studied electrical stuff initially and then they switched it. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that air conditioners are relatively complicated, so trying to just patch job one while being like, good enough. You can't patch job something like an air conditioner. There's too much going on. It works, but that's not the point, you know?
Yeah,
even if it works, there's no issue now.
Not necessarily. Okay, not quite. I should clarify with the HVAC stuff from what amount I do know. Regardless on if it works, it could still cost you more money in the long run to just, instead of just continuing to, like, temp fix it. Because if something burned out, there's something that caused that component piece to burn out in the first place. That was not some fluke. There had to have been some kind of issue, and if it's a coolant leak because it's overworking itself, trying to continue to heat the systems, and that's what caused the burnout, you might need to replace, especially if it is outdated. If it is outdated, it's time to get new.
Yeah.
Oh, I 100% think that she should have called someone. However, I think he is the asshole for asking her to pay for it when he should have had a conversation with her. He hired a guy for her house. If she did not want this work done on her house, she should not have to pay for the work that she did not consent to have done on her house. Like, he should have talked to her and been like, hey, babe, I think you really need to hire someone. Like, you can look around, but I'm just worried about you paying a bill. It's her still paying the bills. I don't understand where he thinks all of a sudden he can monitor her like this.
I think this is just bad communication on both parts.
Yeah, I would say also, both are the assholes here.
I got really, really icked out when he brought up her femininity into it. He's like, oh, well, because she likes her nails done, I don't take her seriously.
So glad
I
we're on
like
the same page.
I feel like oh my God, unreliable
like,
narrator.
Yeah, that's like kind of low-key weird. Yeah,
Because if you
unreliable
bring that
anchor.
up, I feel like there are aspects to the story we can't understand because of that line.
Yeah, I think so. Like I generally don't, you know, when I'm like eating something like, I don't know, a handful of goldfish, like of course I'm gonna like be a little bit bothered by the fact that there's a bunch of goldfish residue on my hands. But when I'm out like doing some stuff, working on some technical stuff, or like just have like some form of a chemical on my hands, like I'm not going to give a shit. I think it's context dependent, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's low-key weird. It's like that's low-key really, really weird.
And the whole, and again, like you said, the whole femininity thing, like, yeah, that's a bit of a red flag, IMO. Like,
Yeah, it makes it sound
Loki,
like
they need
she
to
thinks she's
they
stupid
need to
because
like
she's a
break
girl.
up Loki.
Yeah,
Probably.
I would break up.
Toxic
If I was this girl.
masculinity.
I feel like for the like argument parts where like it was like the girlfriend was like, oh, you don't respect me, and like I feel like in the post it's kind of clear he clearly doesn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes,
Like she's
100%.
kind of right there. The boyfriend clearly doesn't respect her.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I just, yeah, there's just a lot of like incompatibilities between them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so both are the asshole, but in their own special way.
Yeah.
Okay,
Guy
we
likely
ready?
more so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I the asshole for taking my brother-in-law to small claims court over art supplies?
What?
Oh. Okay,
Oh,
definitely need the
context.
context. Definitely needs context.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Let's hear it.
it depends. Like if it's like a brash or like a singular thing, like shut up. But if it's like if this person's like not funding any of their art supplies and they're like just taking from the sister, then like for sure if it's accumulative.
Yeah,
You
I
gotta
was gonna
think
say,
though, some of
like-
that art supplies could be
Right,
hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, I just
Yeah, I was gonna say, if it's-
bought like professional grade sketch pencils by Blackwing, and it was like $50 for them. So yeah.
Yeah, like if it's
Okay.
on a large enough scale, I can see it being warranted. If it's something stupid like a crayon or some shit, like what are you doing?
My Crayola
Ow.
64 pack with the sharpener.
Oh my god.
Okay. A bit of context. I, 29 male, like to draw and try other mediums as well. As such, I've accumulated a lot of art supplies over the past few years. My wife, Sally, 27 female, also dabbles a bit, and we have converted one of the rooms in our home to an art studio of sorts. There's easily a few $1,000s worth of art supplies in that room, and we tend to keep it locked for that reason. Most important to me are my pencils and markers, which were not cheap. Chart Park for those who care. On to the story. Sally and I had our family over for her aunt's birthday a few weeks back, and my brother-in-law and sister-in-law brought their kids with them, 7 female and 6 male. We had forgotten to lock the door to the room that day. About an hour into the party, I noticed that both kids were nowhere to be seen, so I asked my sister-in-law if she knew where they were. She said they were both drawing in the room. I asked if my wife was with them, and she said, sister-in-law, to be clear, not to Sally, just told them which room it was in. I immediately rushed over to the art room and found it was a total mess. Most devastatingly was the fact that all of my markers were ruined because the kids were using way too much force, causing the tips to fray. I yelled at them to get out, and they started to cry. My brother-in-law ran over and started yelling at me, saying they're just kids and it's just markers. I told him the markers alone were $17 a piece, and he said I was stupid for paying that much. Sally tried to defuse the situation, but my brother-in-law started yelling at her as well, saying we can't have this much art supplies and not expect kids wanting to use it. I told him he's paying to replace the markers and other supplies they ruined, and he told me to go myself and left. Everyone left shortly after that. I totaled up the damages, and I needed to replace around $375 and found that the kids drew on a piece I spent the last week working on as well, ruining a finished piece Sally did. I sent him a bill and he blocked me. So I talked to my friend who was a lawyer and had him draft a claim for small claims court and a letter to send to my brother-in-law. I paid him for this, of course. My wife is in agreement about this, but her family keeps mobbing us, telling us we're being ridiculous over some markers. Only my brother-in-law, who is also recently taking up painting, and my other sister-in-law say that the brother-in-law has to pay. Am I the asshole?
Okay,
No.
immediate not the asshole. I know how expensive art supplies are, and as someone who both owns a crap ton, like that sounds like they do and stuff, immediately not the asshole. The brother-in-law and stuff are the asshole for letting their kids go in there. If it's been locked consistently, it's been locked for a reason. Like, you don't do that. It does not, like, oh my god, oh, that pisses me off so much, considering, like, I bet you, like, I know those markers were not cheap. I have like Copics and stuff.
$17 a piece.
$17 a piece.
Markers.
That sounds like my freaking Winsor and Newton, or not my Faber-Castell colored pencils, which are literally my favorite ones. I would kill someone if they got ruined.
And there's some more context added in the comments. I'll read that so we can get more mad. Worst part is that we have cheap markers, crayons, and pencils since I sometimes teach the elementary school art classes as a sub, and school supplies are rarely enough for an entire class. If the brother or sister-in-law asked, I could have gotten them. Oh my gosh, I could have gotten them that stuff. And then also, we keep all the sharp stuff like scalpels, fabric shears, etc. in a separate lockbox, so no one got hurt.
Okay, that's good that no one got hurt, but also like, if the kids wanted to draw, just freaking ask if they had art supplies for them to use. Don't just let yourself into a spot. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Also,
let me check how old these kids are. 6 and 7. 6, 7.
Okay, I don't blame the kids. In no way do I blame the kids. I blame their parents.
I don't know. I don't blame the kids at all. But also, I feel like at that age, if I saw a finished painting or like a finished art piece, I would be too scared to draw over it. So I'm just like wondering.
You don't know how they were raised
how these
either.
Right, true. No, that's still the parents' fault. No, I'm still blaming the parents on that, where it's like they don't obviously are not raising their kids to respect other people's money and also other people's time.
I think if you, as a 6-year-old or a 7-year-old, are willing to like, what's the term? Desecrate
Deface.
Deface or a yeah, that's the right word. Thank you. If you're willing to deface a piece of art like that, I don't think you were raised correctly. Like, come on.
Yeah, 100%. It's like the parents just aren't teaching them to respect other people's stuff, and it's.
I would probably bet dollars to donuts that those people are also like leeches who it's like the kind of person who will take as many free samples as they can before they get kicked out, you know?
They're
like
just snarfing it up at the Costco.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay, John Leech, any comments?
Yeah, John, what do you have?
I feel like this is a really cut and dry case. Like, the parents definitely should have been like, hey, like, my kids is kind of like, they're angsty, they have no one to play with, blah, blah, blah. Like, again, I don't blame the kids, and I also think that, like, also, like, being like, oh, they weren't raised right isn't the right response, because I remember when I was 6, I think, during that age, I like, took my brother's, like, clarinet and, like, tried to play it, even though, like, older, obviously, I shouldn't have done that.
Nice
So, like,
skin crawled.
they made, and also, I remember when I was in, like, a drawing class, a friend, another kid, like, drew on my drawing because they wanted to make it better, so the kid may have, like, thought that, but, like, overall, yeah. Honestly, yeah, taking them to court, especially when they were, like, responding this badly to it, like, obviously, like, do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
It was your mistake, like, and the only reason why I feel like the other family aren't reacting appropriately is because, they don't know the worth of these, and, like, they don't know how expensive art could be, because they're not artists.
I mean, you could literally tell them.
It's not art, you're just ruining someone's hobby.
Yeah. Though I do believe the best way to get, like, the family on their side is, like, okay, these art supplies are kind of, like, thing that's kind of similar. So, like, say it's, like, a father or something who does, like, a lot of handiwork. You could be like, hey, these art supplies cost about as much as your fucking tools.
Yeah.
Sorry, apologize. You might have to. You might literally have to bleep me, by the way, because I do not censor myself.
I wanted to go off of that before I,
Do we care?
there ain't no way that art supplies cost anywhere near the amount of tools, by the way. Tools are expensive coming from somebody who comes from a family who buys a lot of tools.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
tools are
same.
absolutely expensive. That's how my parents work.
It's like I think a better analogy is like, hey, you see that set of like markers and whatnot? Yeah, that's about as expensive as your laptop, dude.
They gave them like a spreadsheet with like evidence of the price and sent them the total. I feel like that would get people to understand more.
Oh,
You
wait,
know what I
They would
mean?
probably
in the
just be like an
comments,
idiot and
we
say
do
you got
have
scammed.
a breakdown. We do have a breakdown of prices if y'all want to see the exact breakdown.
Okay, yeah.
Hold on.
10 markers were destroyed.
I'm willing to bet this kind of family would be like, oh, you guys probably just got scammed. You're paying for overpriced garbage or some shit.
Yeah. Well, the brother-in-law said that they were stupid for spending that much money. So I don't think they would have cared no matter what.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I can respect spending a lot of money on like stuff. I mean, I spent fucking $4,000 for an over-the-top PC with more processing power than I actually need. And I also spent like $400 on a drawing tablet. Like, I get it. Things are expensive and you want quality stuff, you know? You get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scary.
Would I be the asshole if I show my daughter's teacher's Twitch stream to school administration?
Oh no.
It definitely needs more context because if it's an NSFW stream, definitely not the a-hole. If it is like a regular, normal stream, like nothing bad's going on, then yeah, it should be fine.
Okay. My daughter is in high school. Last year, she had a younger science teacher, a woman in her mid-20s who hadn't been teaching very long. About halfway through the year, my daughter and her friends found out this teacher was streaming on Twitch. My daughter doesn't know who found the teacher's stream at first, but her and her friends started watching and clipping everything the teacher did and saved it in all of their phones. I recently discovered these videos when I grounded my daughter from her phone, and I am shocked to say the least. First of all, the teacher is streaming as some kind of big-boobed anime character. This is extremely inappropriate.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
They're a VTuber.
They're a VTuber. Oh, she's extremely inappropriate, using foul language and also making sexual comments super casually on stream. There are probably 50 clips I found in my daughter's Snapchat of her teacher doing this. I wasn't sure what any of this was at first, and when I asked my daughter about why she had such weird videos saved, she said, "Mom, we're pretty sure that's Miss Jane Doe. She has the same voice and everything." This particular teacher left the school at the start of the year, but I found out quickly which school she moved to with a Google search. I want to email administration for her new school and let them know the kind of inappropriate activities this teacher engages in outside of work. I reached out to parents of some of the other kids in my daughter's group chat. Most of them are telling me to leave it alone and let this teacher live her life. But there is one that's on the fence and kind of agrees with my viewpoint here. My daughter and her friends swear the teacher never invited any students to watch her stream and was actually trying to keep it a secret and had a nervous breakdown last year about them harassing her online. And that's why she went and found a new job this year. I know teachers are allowed to have lives and hobbies outside of work, but I think that this is way too inappropriate to go unpunished. She can't just run away from her poor and unprofessional behavior. If she's going to be part of this profession, she should be more mindful of the content she puts on the internet. And I honestly don't think other parents would be pleased to know that their kids have a teacher that shouts loudly on the internet about which anime characters she wants to toss her salad. Would I be the asshole if I show her new school administration her Twitch account?
Yes.
Okay, immediately the asshole because one, unless the teacher actively confesses that yes, they do own that Twitch account, that is them, which technically yes was confirmed, there is no way to technically properly actually do that. Plus that's actually really dangerous for the teacher if that were to go out to her fans. But also on top of that,
the daughter's the asshole because this teacher was so harassed by these students she had to leave her job when she had done nothing wrong.
Like what the heck? I honestly,
Okay.
I think the teacher is fine. It is not her responsibility to like control what she does on the internet for the sake of someone else's kids. Their kids should not be watching the content. That is the fault of the parent.
I have something to say here. Okay, so throughout that story, the lady mentioned that, well, she said, yes, she has the right to a personal life. She should be more professional, basically, right? That is her personal life. Professional lives should be completely separate from, like, personal lives, you know? Like, why are you projecting professionalism on something they do outside of the work environment? That just doesn't make any sense to me, you know? Like, oh,
Right,
they
'cause
need
it's
to
not
retain professionalism. It's like, why?
Oh my! I did not just try and undo a piece of paper.
Undo.
Did you try to undo keybind on a piece of paper?
Maybe. I tried to do the double tap like I do with Ibis Paint.
Oh.
I feel like the main thing is that the teacher is clearly trying to keep like her VTuber persona and her like professional persona like very different. And like as you said, it's very like you're unable to tell if that's really you. If like I was being harassed for being like a random VTuber or like something by like students, then like even if I wasn't one, I would probably still have a meltdown, especially with like.
Oh, 100%. It sounds like these kids are, and I'm gonna just go ahead and assume that this VTuber is actually the teacher. It sounds like she's being stalked and harassed by these students. And now this mom is getting involved in this poor woman's personal life. And she's not even at their school anymore. I understand, like, oh, I don't like the idea of this, but also you don't know what someone does in their home. Just because they're recording it in front of an audience does not change like the character of a person. Just she could probably be saying those things in her home. You just have an issue now because she's a VTuber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think this particular lady is just being a control freak and like wanting to project professionalism. She would view those things as like what's the term I'm looking for? Like
I keep
I'm
forgetting
drawing
every
a
time I
massive
lean
blank.
over, it's like it goes so weird. I need to stop like leaning over. Here,
Are you like leaning over and like falling off the table?
More like, is this what happens every time I lean over? Like,
it's okay. I'm always looking to the
whoa, hold, chill, holy.
You see the problem now?
Oh yeah, I see the problem.
Yeah.
Chill.
It's okay. We're gonna be scuffy.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just blame it on me.
Okay, I think this lady should probably be like persecuted in some capacity, or at least ridiculed in some capacity, because she has the audacity to like be, oh, you can't do that, you need to be more professional. She has the audacity to try and control what someone can and can't do in their personal life. That's fucked up.
Now, this is extending to something that she has no control over. It's not even at her school. It's at a new school. If the new parents have an issue, then if they want to bring that up, I mean, they shouldn't. But if they want to, they can. But that's not even your kid's school anymore. It sounds like you need to discipline your daughter and teach her about internet safety for both herself and others.
Like, we all have different presences. Like at my former job, like I have a work environment Matt, I have a work environment me, and I have like a online environment me, you know? Like they're like two completely different facets of the same me, so to speak, you know?
Yeah.
So,
yes, 100%.
Why it's called customer service voice.
Yeah.
The teacher definitely did the right thing by like switching schools at least. And
that's
like
incredibly professional on her part.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like she didn't even need to necessarily do that, but like for like her job and like for her personal stuff, that was definitely the right thing to do. So like I feel like I heavily agree on the like leave it alone, it's none of your business. Like if you had an issue, like I understand if you had an issue, she was continuing to like stay at your school, but it's none of your business anymore.
I think she got incredibly unlucky
everyone.
with the students finding.
Yeah. I think we're all in agreement.
Yeah, she got incredibly unlucky. That is so unfortunate.
That's it's just so.
Yeah, we put you on
I
the
feel
Jimmy
so
cage.
bad for the teacher. I can like imagine myself in that situation, and it just seems
Hi.
like so terrifying. It has to be so
Night,
mortifying.
mama. See you moonlight.
It's like, whoa.
Elevator
Sorry, I'm
music.
back. Sorry.
Okay.
My mom just came in, that's all.
Plays Portal
It's a-
radio music.
I think we're all in agreement. Are we ready to get on to the next one?
Yeah, I do
yeah,
believe we
for
are.
sure.
This one's for UV. I read this story and I thought that this would be a good one for you to get
Oh,
upset
for
at.
real? Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay. Am I the asshole for basically destroying my cousin's computer parts?
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Let's just jump right in.
No. Okay.
People have this weird misconception about me that I'm some crazy kind of tech whiz because I'm in computer science and play PC games on my laptop. However, that couldn't be further from the truth. My tech expertise starts when the PC is on and has a VS Code window open, not when it's in pieces or not working. My cousin wanted to transition to PC gaming, but this guy is a dunce with computers like me. He bought all of his parts for well over $1,000, and when it was time to build a computer, he asked me to do it, saying that he was afraid he would mess something up, and offered to pay me $50 to get it done. I told him that I didn't know shit, and he was like, "Didn't you learn anything in uni? I'm sure you got this, bro." At that point, I thought I gave him a fair enough warning and took the money and got started. I looked up a brief tutorial on YouTube and got to work, and before long, I managed to put everything together smoothly enough. The computer booted, and I test ran some video games on it before giving it back to him. About 3 months later, this guy comes to me and asks why his PC stopped working and gave it to me. I didn't have the first clue as to why, so I asked my friend who actually knows how to build PCs what was wrong, and when he took a look at it, he laughed out loud and said that it was a miracle it lasted 3 months. He said that I committed every sin under the sun in PC building and that I basically gave him a ticking fireball. He half-jokingly said that if I had any morals, I would tell my cousin my screw-up and repay him the money for the damaged parts. I feel bad because this guy lost around $800 worth of parts and he believed in me. For those curious about my mistakes, according to my friend, the RAM sticks were put right next to each other and they were different brands. The cable management was bad and he described it as a rat's nest. The case itself was bad for airflow and there was a lot of dust. The CPU wasn't mounted properly and the thermal paste layer that came on the cooler wasn't making proper contact. The CPU was basically running naked for 3 months.
Oh no!
A couple CPU pins.
No!
Oh, there's more.
Oh no! I feel like this should go in hardware gore. What the fuck?
This is... Don't rest yourself. There's only a couple more. A couple of CPU pins were bent, and I put my bare hands on them. There were no top fans, no side fans. He never gave them to me. And finally, the power supply was mounted in the wrong direction and was blowing hot air into the system.
Okay, so this feels like a partial fuck up of both the guy who asked them to build it and also the OP. So it's kind of like everyone's the asshole, but also not really. I think everyone's just an idiot.
Just say they're idiots.
Yeah, everyone's an idiot.
Okay, first off, they were warned that they didn't know shit, and the guy should have just been like, no, take it to another person. Like, I think he got way too overconfident in his abilities. Like, yeah, he searched it up with a tutorial. That's what you typically do. But if you fucked it up that bad, I don't think you should have touched it in the first place. Like, you knew damn well that you weren't suitable for it, and you went for... Hey, when was this story posted, just out of curiosity?
I don't have the date on me. I'm sorry.
Damn. Okay. So, okay. If it's 2020... If it's, like, within the past year, like, okay, that's not the end of the world.
I think it's more than a past year, but I'm not sure.
Okay, so if it's, like, 2+ years ago, that's a lot of... hardware. That's some pretty good, that's some like decently hefty hardware, like probably comparable to, like, I would probably say in terms of like power, I would probably say it's like a little bit lower than Mapia's PC, probably like a 3050, something a little bit weaker than Mapia's. Also, 2 different brands of RAM. How do you fuck up that bad? How do you
Okay,
get
that's a
two
fault of the
different sticks
cousin.
of
That's a
RAM?
fault of the cousin,
That's
not
just like it's the
fault
guy
of
who
OP.
bought it. Yeah, that's the guy who
Yeah,
bought
I
it.
know.
So.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do you buy two individual sticks of RAM? They come in pairs. They come in pairs for a fucking reason.
Probably bought them secondhand.
Well, yeah, I don't think either of them are assholes. I think both of them are just dumb as bricks.
Yeah.
Also,
Hey, they were
if he has a
warned.
friend who knows how to build PCs, I'm just wondering why he didn't ask the friend who knew how to build PCs. Like,
That's
this
actually a
option was
very good
always
point.
available to us. If this option was
That's
always
actually
available,
Unless the friend popped up later.
That's actually like
It's
a
not
very good point.
specified when the friend came into the picture because the friend could have been made like
True.
in between the time of him returning the PC and when everything happened.
Yeah.
True.
Okay, but like,
knowing
I
this
feel like it
duo,
would
I
have
feel
been
like that's
mentioned.
not the case.
Okay,
I feel
wait,
like you would
wait.
have to say.
Yeah. What did John Leech say? I did not hear them.
I feel like it would have been mentioned. If I made a friend during that period of where like the 3 months, I would have said like, oh, during like while the PC was still running, I made a friend. But it seems like this friend, he already had this friend for a while.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think he wanted the $50.
It's
He was
hard
like,
to tell.
I'm gonna hit up Zaxby's. I want $50.
Yeah, just like pay him.
I feel like-
Okay. Unironically, I'm probably gonna have to go and get some water to like cool myself off from that, because like, holy
you're
shit.
so worked up. You're like,
Yeah, go.
Okay,
go
I'm
cool
not that
yourself
worked
off.
up. I'm not that worked up. I'm slightly exaggerating, but also I am out of water, and I do need like a minute
Okay.
because like, holy shit.
You're like this computer
Dude,
overheating.
Dude, I think a good equivalent of that, it's like testing someone to like give me a lung transplant, and then I go to a doctor later for chest pain, and then I figure out the lung is fucking sideways.
It's like going to oh,
It's like,
I don't know, man. I'm a chiropractor.
it's like, dude, my lung is sideways, my heart is near my shoulder, and my liver is pressing against my other lung. What did you do?
Okay, fun fact,
Well, it
your
sounds
organs
like
will
both of
actually
these guys had
correct
their brains.
themselves. They can just be all shoved back in, and then they'll actually just correct themselves naturally.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
I'm
your
pretty sure
organs
that.
are just kind of bouncing around in there.
Yeah.
They're having a good
Yeah,
time.
it's like a giant self-correcting stew.
Yeah, I keep
Yeah,
having
that's
to
a-
like look at my model and make sure I'm not doing anything weird while I'm trying to sit here and draw, and it is so annoying.
Oh
It's okay.
yeah.
For me to look over at my computer, I look over to the wall, so it looks like I'm talking to someone
Yeah,
out
well,
of view.
Spark, the location I am at is not a good one considering this man is basically my brother.
To make matters worse, look at how my neck orients itself when I look at her. I look like I'm looking at her like drunk seductively. It's so fucked up. Oh wait, that's actually kind of cute. That was actually kind of cute for a second. Holy shit.
Oh, that's cute.
Wait, that actually was kind of cute. Holy shit.
Get your
Okay,
water.
Yeah, go get your
Okay,
water.
yeah, I'm gonna go get my water. I'll be right back.
Okay. And then we have one more story. Am I the asshole for telling my husband to get over, quotation marks, being cucked by his twin?
What?
Huh?
What?
What? Oh, this needs
Hello?
context. We desperately need the
Hello?
context for this one. Oh,
Let's get into it.
this sounds spicy.
Okay, to start off, no, I did not cheat on my husband.
Very important context.
About 2 years ago, our daughter was having some blood work done, and my husband noticed that her blood type didn't match his or mine. This led to accusations of cheating, which, while hurtful, were understandable from his position. Our daughter also has some features that likely come from my dad's side, and none of us ever knew him. But to settle the matter, I insisted we get a paternity test. It turned out that the father was essentially a close DNA relative, over 50% matching DNA. My husband was an only child, and his father had been dead for many years. After a lot of questions, my mother-in-law tells us that my husband absorbed his twin in the womb, and so I guess my husband's testes are his twin brothers.
Oh,
My husband has been really upset by this and keeps claiming that our kids are really his, and recently even cried in my lap about how he was never going to have a real legacy. I was fairly supportive, even in spite of his initial accusations against my faithfulness, but at this point, I started to feel like he should just realize it doesn't actually change anything about our family. After an argument last night where I told him he was blowing it out of proportion and needed to move on and just focus on what we built together, he took off to stay with his mom for a few days. Now I've got my own mom calling me and telling me I should be more sensitive to his feelings. Am I the asshole?
Okay, already immediately with that blood legacy shit, get that, we left that in the 1900s for a fucking reason. But also, yeah, no, the husband Loki needs to get over it. His twin is literally part of his body, so like...
That's kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie.
It's funny, but also it's Loki, like, not the asshole. The husband's being a goddamn child.
Also, this is his. It's not like a stranger. This is your twin brother. You have very similar DNA. If you are caring that much about your blood legacy, it is still going on.
Yeah.
It's still going on. It's still going on. It's still the same gene pool. It's still the same gene pool. Like, it's twins, and one of them got absorbed. It's literally still the same fucking gene pool. If anything, it's even cooler because your kids can say, "Oh yeah, my dad's like a homunculus or some shit."
Yes, it's so cool.
It's really funny. It's really funny if you do it if you say something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, before we go further, we have 2 updates.
Oh.
All right.
Wait, give me a sec. Give me a sec.
Okay.
While I was listening, I originally thought that like the husband was saying it in like a joking manner and the like wife was being annoyed because like that's the most reasonable thing, you know what I mean? Which was more like neutral thing. But like
it's like,
who cares about legacy? There is like 5 billion other humans on the world. No one gives a crap about your stupid. Like,
also, it's still your same line. It's not. Even if we go with his crazy mindset, it still doesn't work.
I have a feeling that dude has been watching too much Manosphere content.
Yeah. Anyways, what's the updates?
Okay, update number 1. These are both short. We had a conversation since I posted the original post, and he wants to get tested to see if one of his testes has his own DNA or look into other options and try for another child. I'm not sure if I am ready to have another child with him, but I'm also not sure if our relationship will last if I refuse. He also insisted that it's quote-unquote easy for me because our daughter has my DNA, but I would love her even if she was adopted.
Immediate comment on that. Once again, yeah, definitely been watching too much like alpha male type bullshit. That man, they need to get a divorce because that's not the kind of man you want in your life. That I have like literally, I'm an only child. My mom literally got asked by one of my grandparents like, aren't you gonna have a boy? So how else are you gonna pass down the last name? It's like, we don't give a fuck about the last name.
That's just a piece of paper.
Exactly. It's a word. It's a goddamn word.
It's a word.
It is a word. Like, what do you care?
Yeah.
What do you care? The only thing that would apply to is like an ID change, and that's just like one small inconvenient task. Outside of that, it's just like an extension of an alias. Like, who cares? I have
Not
like 5.
to mention, you don't even actually have to change your last name when you get married.
You
You don't.
don't.
My aunt kept her last name.
Yeah, you just also imagine being the other child, like the other children in this, and the dad being like, "Well, you guys aren't good enough to be my children, so I need to have another."
Yeah,
like that has
what
to be
the fuck?
so terrible.
That's fucked up.
That
You're
is
right.
so fucked up.
And then update number 2. Yeah, that's
right.
terrible.
Like, what's update
okay.
number 2?
Okay, after telling him that I don't care about his genetic legacy, which admittedly was harsh in retrospect, but this was after hours of being very diplomatic, and that if we did try for another child in the future, it would be the natural way or with a donor if he become unable for whatever reason. He said that he was going to hire a surrogate. Obviously, this is ridiculous, and while he does have the financial means, we don't even know if he can have children with his primary DNA. I froze some eggs and he wants to use them, which I told him was fine to end the argument. If he did go through with it, I feel like I would have to raise the child, but I'm not sure how to even get him to calm down and slow down. I know people are suggesting therapy, but he doesn't want to even entertain it. I did get him to agree to see a rabbi with me, so maybe that will help.
Therapy denial is 100% manosphere yelling.
Oh
Like
yeah.
100%.
Yeah, no, I just say legitimately just at that point
Fuck 'em.
divorce. At
Fuck
that
'em.
point divorce because like literally the mom is not the a-hole, the dad is. Like
1,000%.
like he needs to get the hell out of here. Like I don't even want that's just like ugh. I don't even like that.
They're still your kid. You're just like a homunculus. Who cares?
Right? Like all of a sudden, I don't understand people who like once they find out that a child isn't theirs, they stop loving them. Like you spent all this time loving and raising this child. Does that all of a sudden go away because
I mean, I
the
get
DNA
it.
is now only 50% instead of 100?
I would kind of get it if it was like a cheating situation where it's like,
Oh,
how can
100%.
you love someone when you know that you've been lied to? I can kind of understand that, but it's your own brother. You're still the one who did the hanky-panky to make this person exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, because also then I can see like feeling betrayed by your wife. And so like looking at your wife and being like, this child was a lie and this represents like my corrupted relationship. But that's just not the case for him. This is the sign of a healthy relationship up to this point in terms of God.
It's just like a genetic mishap at best. The loyalty and trust is/was still there.
You can just be like, I have genetically 2 dads and also a mom. That's just triple the fun.
That is really funny.
Like you set your kids up for an icebreaker their whole life. Like, hi, my name is this, and guess what? Like,
I have 2 dads, kinda.
Yeah, easy icebreaker. 2 genetic dads. Wow, a win for the gays.
I imagine some people would be very, very confused if you're like, yeah, I have 2 dads. It's like, wait a minute.
Oh, you're adopted? No.
I was gonna suggest something else.
I think my shit's low-key starting to lag.
Yeah, I was unironically gonna suggest like something else.
We'll keep it in our hearts and our minds.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's the beautiful place to end it. So
yeah, that is a really good place to end it.
That's so funny though. That's so funny though, and the dad ruined it because he had to be a dick about it.
I know.
Exactly.
What the heck? Honestly, all those stories were really fun. It's kind of a shame that Hydra couldn't stick around through the whole thing, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I think this is definitely something we'll have to continue doing in the future.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
Also,
It's
next
fun.
one has to be like tech support gore or something because I would be so here for that. Like we just go through some images and stuff.
I'd probably be screaming half the time.
Yeah, well, what we can do for it is, since all things considered, since I can still mostly share my screen without too much lag issues, I think that's actually why my computer started lagging. But what we can do for that is like I can if I do share screen correctly, we could or use like my virtual camera to show you guys this. Because I don't need my virtual camera for the way that we do this. We can do it through that, and then you guys can still see the images. Because it's not like we exactly have sound.
Did we have an outro done?
I don't think we have an outro planned for this. Actually, Spark, take it away. You're the one doing the outro. This is your thing.
Oh, we're still on air. Oh. Okay, we'll just.
Lamau.
Well, thank you so much, everyone. Let us know your thoughts in the comments if you agree or disagree with us or have something else to add. Have a fantastic night, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye.